Hey guys, and welcome back for more Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Starting off directly where we left off, which was right before cutscene, if I recall. Going wildfire.
Golden
Oh,
wildfire. Love and loss.
forgot Jiro handles this.
The formation of the Leicester Federation astonishes onlookers in all corners of Fodlan. But the treaty between the Federation and the Empire proves to be an even greater shock. Claude decides to send troops into the kingdom. However, his rash actions only spawn more problems, one of which is currently creeping towards him.
Randolph, why have you come back to me like this?
Lady Flesh, please. You must get a hold of yourself.
My brother. How did this happen?
Lord Randolph fought bravely against Thunder Catherine. He managed to create an opening for the Federation army to swoop in and rout the Church's forces. It was a crushing victory. For the Federation, that is.
What? You were there? But the Federation said there were no survivors from the Imperial Army.
When it became clear what transpired, Lord Randolph bid me, and only me, to escape with my life. He did this so I could tell you, Lady Flesh, how his death came to pass.
He did?
The King of Leicester used us as decoys. He was able to seize victory by leaving us for slaughter. When I think of how tragic it is that Lord Randolph should be cut down in the prime of his life.
He was left to be slaughtered? They must pay for what they've done. I swear to you, dear brother, I will not let them get away with this. Please, I implore you, gather what soldiers you can. Skilled mercenaries too, anyone you can find. I will empty our vaults, borrow money from the Count, whatever it takes to pay them.
But Lady Flesh, whatever for?
For revenge against the King of Leicester. I will have his head.
Understood. I will make the arrangements at once. That was almost too easy.
You feeling any better? I have to say, I'm still not used to this new look of yours.
That makes two of us, but it will bother me less once I'm on the battlefield.
I sure hope that's the case, because we've already got our next job lined up. We're going up against the Alliance again. Oh, no, wait, they're called the Federation now. Well, you know who I mean. To be honest, I'm feeling a little uneasy about this one. It's probably just because they're paying an arm and a leg for us, but be careful, okay?
I will. You do the same.
Oh, right. I've been meaning to give you this. Never used to be without it. Cuts like a dream. I want you to have it. Swords like this are given to captains of the Knights of Saros, and mine was just collecting dust in the band's convoy.
That's right. Alois mentioned you used to serve there.
That was a lifetime ago. I don't plan on swinging this sword ever again.
But are you sure you want to give it away? It must be quite special to you.
I'd be happiest seeing you get some use out of it.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Be good to it, all right?
It's been a while since we last gathered here.
I wasn't sure there'd ever be another roundtable conference again.
It's still a good way to pool our information, right? Much easier than trying to hunt each of you down individually.
But is it really okay for us to be sitting here with everyone else?
Should us commoners even be here at all?
Of course. I want you all here. And if you have something to say, don't hold back, all right?
If that's the case, then I'll just say it. I'm starving.
Okay, Raphael, maybe hold back a little. Let's check in with how things stand across the Federation. Any shifts in public opinion?
For the moment at least, it remains unchanged. Despite our declaration of war on Lady Rhea and the Central Church, the individual churches in our cities and villages have remained calm. So long as services continue as they always have, we may not see any particular unrest among the common folk.
It's the same in Ordelia territory. My father didn't try to sugarcoat the news when he announced it to our people. But surprisingly, there haven't been any signs of disorder.
The same goes for Goneril territory. If anything, things seem more stable now than before. That's why I'm able to keep fighting alongside all of you.
This is also true of Egmont territory. I guess no one in Leicester is all that upset about Lady Rhea becoming our enemy then.
I doubt most commoners would even recognize Rhea. So I guess it makes sense they wouldn't care too much about her.
Then it seems we've avoided the worst-case scenario. All that work from the Eastern Church must have really paid off.
The Eastern Church?
It's the branch of the Church of Saros that covers the Leicester region. They don't have much of a presence compared to the Western Church, but their bishop is a really upstanding individual. The bishop advised the regional priests to respond calmly to the news, so they wouldn't cause panic in their congregations. All things considered, it looks like continuing our war against the Central Church and Fargus won't be a problem.
So we're really going after the kingdom, huh?
It's our best hope of ending this war quickly while maintaining our independence. To be clear, I'm not suggesting we burn our way through Fargus, pillaging everything in sight. Yes, we're going to defeat the kingdom and wipe the Central Church off the map, but we're going to do so in a way that spares as many lives as possible. And that's why you're all here. I want to tap into your collective wisdom to figure out the best way to go about this.
So you finally decided to rely on your friends a little.
Don't mock me, Judith. I've depended on all these fine people this whole time. I just figured I could be making even better use of their strengths. If anyone has any thoughts about my methods, I'm all ears. I need your help here.
You can count on us. Isn't that right, Ignaz?
Huh? Oh, right. We all need to work together to end this war.
Well, I guess if you need our help that badly, who am I to say no? And what do you think?
Hey, you can count on me. And not just for my muscles either. I'm pretty sure I've got some wisdom kicking around up here.
Such confidence. I assume this is because you're finally putting some faith in me. I'm so glad you've come around.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Then, without further ado, let's figure out our next move.
The time has come to put my intellect to good use. You will be the mouthpiece for my thoughts, I trust.
Don't get too carried away, yeah? They're not expecting much from me here.
Another battle with only one. Or a chapter with only one battle, I should say. Ooh. Oh yeah, battle suggestions. When shall I speak of? You got a suggestion?
Here's what I had in mind.
Developing flexibility increase sword. To increase the class experience gained when training in a class that wields swords.
What if we do this instead?
I've got an idea.
Really, guys? That's everything. Might as well go with this one just because it has 2 people on it.
Yep, I've got this.
One step at a time.
Sounds good to me. Let's get rolling, everyone. Fixes their suggestions are now active. Increase. And also motivation up. Change for a wide variety of facility materials at Supply Depot. New exam seals are available for purchase at the item shop. So, if I'm correct about that... Oh yeah, I'm over here because this is my... Like, 10's forgot.
I wish to speak with you.
Quite difficult to get people to band together for common cause. Each person is their own identity, which means they have differing desires and goals. And yet, since ancient times, people have thought it wise to try and unify all those viewpoints under a single king. I wonder how long it'll be until we break free from that custom. Oh, new sport available. As was Raphael. Interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot we were Constance happy last time. Well, I remember, but I forgot. Like weird mixing. Our employer Erwin ordered us to look after his son, all while he's off fishing at on the great beach of Mirrodin without a care in the world. How was my life was that free and easy, but the pay is good, so I guess I can't complain. Whatever makes the money.
What can I do for you?
The Eastern Church doesn't keep an order of knights because we do not believe in using force to chastise our believers. However, Nilsson is charged with keeping order within church territory. They have forbidden the use of any soldiers, even for self-defense. I hope it is now abundantly clear how different we are from the Central Church. An actual normal church. Which I think might be the only one in this region, despite there being 4 now, with the Southern Church reborn. I knew we'd eventually have to fight the kingdom, but I really don't want to.
Let's see.
I've just been thinking of all the times I visited the Blue Lion's classroom at the academy.
Let's see.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's never easy to fight people you know. I already went through all this when we bound of the Empire. Just thinking about having to do it again makes me sick to my stomach. Boys are seriously the worst. I hope we can put an end to all this soon. Yeah. Well, can at least be a few more chapters. How's our leader holding up? Or I guess I should call him King now. It was a tough call to sacrifice his allies like that, but he can't start second guessing himself because of it. No worries there. He's had the message loud and clear. I certainly hope so. Because he makes a mistake, we're all dead.
Do you have a
I
minute?
traveled through the 3 territories on the western edge of Leicester. They were rife with chaos. We just heard that everything was all calm. Apparently the nobles have started working to restore public order. Can't say I know what's changed their attitudes so suddenly. The chaos?
I carry a little of
The
everything
new items. Master seals.
Got an eye for quality, friend.
Let's also
Got an eye for
buy
quality,
the
friend.
advanced seals as well. I already have 13 of those, so I don't need to buy any more.
Hope to see you again soon.
I've been dashing all around Foden for work. It's kind of hard to get into the kingdom. Well, the kingdom's not great for business anyway, so it's no skin off my nose.
Welcome.
Of course.
Nothing but
Master
the best
seal
for you.
and
Is that
advanced
the
seals.
one?
She has a noticeably smaller stock than the other guy. Oh, she's selling a Garthium. Huh. How'd you get this? Whatever.
Thanks a bunch.
Where am I? Oh, up there, okay. What's this area? Nice tower. Neat. And it's mostly destroyed at the top. There's a not even usable ladder. Okay.
Good to see you.
I understand people who choose to bicker about why and hows of battle when the outcome is always the same. No matter what choices are made, blood will always be shed and countless lives will be lost. Or will always be lost.
Well,
In my opinion, people have an unfortunate tendency to overthink the means while woefully underthinking the ends.
Let's
You got a
see.
point, yeah. The nice thing is, Claude's keeping his door open for anyone who has something to say. Trust me, I already spoke in my mind. Good for you. I, however, have no desire to question our leader. Only all the worry surrounding his decisions. The end result is the same either way. Gatekeeper. Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report. Maybe it's just my imagination, but everyone's a lot more chipper now. That's great. I'm gonna do my best to keep the positivity going. I'm sure you will. Opinion is split on whether the Empire or the Kingdom is stronger. The Empire wins in terms of pure military might, but the Kingdom has a strong tradition of knighthood that makes them formidable in their own right. Plus, they have the Knights of Saros on their side. They won't be an easy opponent. Yep. Definitely maybe a battle. I'm certainly glad Claude abandoned that self-righteous attitude of his. However, he has yet to earn my full trust. This is but a mere step down the path to true kingship. I'll be immensely disappointed if the coming battles do not mold him into the kind of king I want to serve.
Understand?
If that does not come to pass, it will be exceedingly difficult for me to accept his plans for Leicester. Of course. Oh, right here. Oh, Bernie. All this stuff changed all at once, and now I have no clue what's going on. Why can't our enemies just stay the same? I can't keep up. Don't say it. I know how I know. You're right. It's my fault for shutting myself away.
Hey there.
My lord, Baron Albrecht has an older brother who's gone missing. His mother is offering quite a tidy sum to anyone who finds him dead or alive. I was wondering which one that was, but nah, it makes sense. He's the son of a previous his wife, so I imagine the Baron's mother thinks he poses a threat to their position. Well, he's somewhere around here. Did I ever talk to him? I don't think I already talked to him.
I need you for a sec. I'm counting on you.
Hey, you're brought studying the meat, right? Could you teach me how can you teach me how when you've got the time? I've been wanting to get back to it, you know, since we didn't get to finish the school year at the academy.
Right on.
That's great, Raphael. I'll do whatever I can to help. Thanks. I got absolutely nowhere when I try to study on my own. Probably won't ever be as smart as the others, but I want to make sure I'm not holding him back. That's nice. Ew. Both the new girls talking together.
What do I owe the honor?
I see we were the only ones whose lives were so graciously spared. So, we're thinking about Constance seen more in the other story. In Three Houses. She has a weird condition. I think it's Synconian beat is the skill. But pretty much in daylight, she's very dark and in the shade she's pretty much beaming with energy. So it's pretty much the opposite of what the current light level she's in would be. Yeah, but we weren't really a part of the Imperial Army or the Knights of Saros. We'd probably be dead right now if we hadn't sided with the Federation, huh? Pretty scummy if you ask me. That's not true at all. Well, though we're obviously grateful you decided to help us out. Refusal was never an option to begin with, but in any case, we will do our utmost to support you. Maybe let's not how's that, Coco? You'll change your tune as soon as it gets cloudy. Yeah. I had been in the Empire until I heard the Alliance recently became the Federation. I came hoping to see what interesting things might occur.
I'm counting
I have
on
a feeling that Fodun's future hinges on what King Claude does next. Interesting. We got Petra down here.
Yes.
The easiest time to be hunting a mighty beast is when it is stalking other prey. Then he can be hunting both together. Claude is thinking like a good hunter. But people here are thinking his strategy is not good, and Bridget would be giving him praise. You good? No, his mindset isn't as president's.
Did you know?
Oh, hey, Blink. I'd be pretty combinations of words. That's what combination of words this apparently really messes with me. I've been pretty anxious to go against the Central Church. Everyone in my territory believes in the teachings of Ceres, even if they aren't all devout followers.
You've made my
Thank
day.
goodness there weren't any riots. I suppose that's all due to the Bishop of the Eastern Church.
If I may.
Speaking of which, apparently Judith has had a word with her before all this happened. I hear they've been good friends for a long time. That probably helped smooth things over too. That's nice. Wait,
Did
what's
you
that?
know? You've made my... If I may.
Merc whistle? Oh, okay. Forgot I had that. Alright, who did I want to use it on? I don't remember.
By the way,
Alright, General Randolph was actually the nephew of Count Burgles, the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs. They had been trying to elevate his family's position through his military accomplishments. I think his younger sister is in the Imperial Army too. She must be devastated right now. Foreshadowing. There's Balthus. You know, the longer I'm in this army, the more I run into people I don't want to see. It'd be bad news if they figured out where I am.
What do you think?
Don't know anymore. Let me guess. You bust someone up. I don't mediate any fight hits you want.
yeah.
Nah, I like my brawls big and loud. I don't care how many buddies my opponent brings. I'll take them all down. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. It's people from my old home.
Thoughts?
But let's just forget about all that. Want to go grab some food? Your treat, of course.
Got a minute?
Hey there.
Here's the king himself. Hey, Shays, I wanted to thank you again. Sure, let's go.
Right on.
Alrighty, not sure what you're talking about though.
Thanks.
Taking a weight off my shoulders. I'm grateful for that. You and Judith really let me have it after I let Randolph die. That gave me the push I needed to stop getting caught up in my own ideas and discuss them with people.
I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on you, you hear? And not just as for her brawn, but her brains too. Just looking at chat.
Do you have a minute?
This change from alliance to federation will be but a tiny footnote for Fodlan's long history. Leicester used to be under the Empire's control, but then the kingdom took them over. Eventually they rebelled and became independent. So it would hardly be surprised if the Federation now expanded further into the kingdom. That's a lot of events.
Jeez.
I'm glad I see His Majesty in a much better mood. He should be fine now. You act like his older sister. Older sister, eh? You flatter me. I don't want to say that one, so let's go. She makes me as more of a mother figure. She's got this maternal love thing going on. It's true. Certainly always scolding him like a parent. Your thought makes me think of His Majesty's true mother, Lady Tiana. She's a woman of exceptional beauty.
Come to think
If I
of
recall correctly, she was a close friend of yours, Judith.
Okay.
That's an understatement. We're like sisters. I could talk to Tiana about anything. It was such a shock when little Claude just turned up one day with a letter from her.
I see.
Ah, so that's why you've always supported him, even before he became the Alliance leader. Of course, my best friend had asked me to help him, but he hardly needs my help. He hardly needs me anymore. That boy's gonna do just fine. Only a couple of people left to talk to.
How are you?
I cannot definitively say that Claude made a mistake during the battle in Alil. He sacrificed one person to ensure the rest of us would survive. If he hadn't done that, my friends might not be here today. As long as the war continues, people will suffer, both our enemies and our allies.
How's that?
I think it's only natural to want to at least protect those closest to you. But in truth, no one person's life is more valuable than another's. It is never right to sacrifice someone.
Let's give it a try.
And so all I can say is that I want the war to end as soon as possible. That is all. I hope it ends soon.
Up for some training? Oh yeah.
Judge mercenaries may still be working for the Imperial Army.
What do you think?
We may not get another chance to battle them now, that we're fighting the kingdom and the church. You sure about that?
Are you sure?
I wouldn't say that. Mercenaries can always change employers, so we don't know for certain they won't ally with the kingdom. Sure, but I know the Empire would let such a valuable asset go. Wait a sec. We might fight alongside the Imperial Army at some point. Which means we could end up fighting with them as allies. That'd be amazing! Well, at least I got your spirits up. What's left is ignorance. I was flabbergasted that Connor, like me, was allowed to partake in the round table. I guess we're really starting to see some changes now that we're the Federation. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that Connors can have a say in the government.
I see.
Yes, I need to get accustomed to espousing my own viewpoint as well, instead of just following orders. Looks to be everything, so... Wrong button. Send to the support. Still locked on Leone.
Hey, how's it going? You been getting enough food?
Definitely. I'm eating way better than I was back in my mercenary days.
You didn't eat so good, huh?
I spent most of my time moving from place to place, so I had to manage on my own. I just fling whatever I could get my hands on into a pot. Can't say any of it ever tasted too great.
Wow, I'm surprised you could even live like that. And you never stayed at an inn?
Sometimes, if one happened to be nearby and I had a little extra money lining my pockets. But I never really felt like the food there was any better.
Sounds like you were at all the wrong places then. Nothing fun about a bad meal, I always say. That's why I want my inn to be known far and wide for its delicious food. I was actually hoping to do some cooking out here, too, so I could hone my craft. But I don't think it's going so good. You want to know why?
If I had to guess, it's because you think everything tastes good no matter what.
Hey now, I know the difference between regular old grub and the kind of stuff that gets your mouth watering. See, all the meat and fish we've got in the pantry is preserved. When you're not working with the fresh stuff, nothing you make's gonna have people hollering for more.
You think? There are dishes from all over the world that use ingredients that are on the verge of going bad.
You sure that isn't because they don't have a choice?
I'm no expert, but I've heard it can make a nice cut of meat even more savory depending on how you prep it.
Huh. Maybe we can learn some more if we ask someone who's from one of those places.
Not to mention, there are other ways of preserving food, too.
You mean besides dumping salt on everything?
I'm sure you know about smoking your food, right? Things will keep for even longer if you do that after you cure them.
Yeah, but I heard that makes meat all smoky and gross. Kinda defeats the point if you ask me.
I think it depends on how you do it and what kind of wood you use. Apparently, it's really good if you do it right.
Wow, you sure know a lot about this stuff.
My mercenary days showed me more about the world than I could have ever imagined. I only really remember bits and pieces, though.
Come on, don't be so modest. I can't wait to get back in the kitchen with these new ideas you gave me. Hey, speaking of ideas, you want to help me think up some recipes with the stuff we've got here?
I'm not so sure me and cooking mix. But yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot.
That's the spirit. I know we'll come up with some feast-worthy food if we just put our heads together.
I wonder what horror was created in that kitchen. I want to go and check. Guess first unit information for these two. Nether Sai. Strong attacks in the unit's final regular attack generate small zones in front of the user that deal dark damage. Press the R to detonate the zones and cause a small explosion. Huh, that's cool. Crest is 20% chance that weapon durability will not decrease when using recovery magic. Recovery magic? Oh wait, yeah, she does have faith. Huh. Power of Night is guard damage, monsters appeal, monster berries, even when the unit does not attack the current weakness. Huh, interesting. Okay, both warlocks make sense. No, okay, just the opposite of what what's her name had. Okay, since it's called personality shift in this. There's a small number of orbs with each attack. The orbs will be light or dark depending on the stage, up to a total of 6. Press the R to launch the orbs. Emergent magic. There's a very low chance when using elemental magic to instead cast a more powerful version of that magic. Resolute path. Sees damage, okay. Wait. What? Oh wait, sees defense, okay. Let me just make sure I didn't confuse this. Okay, yeah, that is attack. Guess Convoy might have what I want. Okay, yeah, they both go for probably both going for Armory. Yeah, that feels lame. Oh yeah, I use the warp. Not some warp, but this is. So, training instructor.
Time to work you into shape.
First acquire some. Huh? Okay.
Can't wait to see how you do.
Oh, it is expand fields.
Training can be the difference
expand
between
facility.
victory and defeat.
I need lavish building materials and elite training gear. Lavish building, elite training. Lavish building.
Can't wait to see how you do.
Wait, no, that's not where I want to go.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
House building, which I want 10 of. The training, also 10. Nice. Emblem here, collect supplies.
Everything has its use.
Now, back here.
Time to work you into shape.
Expand with dish. Now I can get the ultimate sword class, a Soda. A mercenary who carves a path through the battlefield, wielding 2 swords and magic while drawing upon their mysterious power. I got back my second sword. A rank.
Another tool in the belt.
Now let's... Okay. Oh yeah, I went into the crit stuff, so... This out for duelers, play, swap this out for boost critical. And equip sword. Okay, increase attack range, huh. Find, draws attacks. Menstruation. Regard. Okay. So yeah, I think... Okay, that's increased damage. So yeah, this is gonna be a... I think this is gonna be nice. So, I know I will not be able to use Claude in this chapter, so I don't know if I should use Seal on him yet. I only have 3. Did Anna not have any seals? I guess not. So who do you have access to it? Okay, so people who can, there's Claude. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people. Somehow. Let's pick which 2 I want. So we got Hilda, we got Letitia, and we got Leonie. Well, Blink will probably kill me if I don't choose 2 big people, so might as well just do those 2.
Definitely some potential here.
You're now a Holy Knight, and you're now a Wyvern Lord. We get our first Wyvern, and it's not Claude.
I could get behind this.
I've never actually seen Claude's final class, so I didn't actually know that his Wyvern is white in this one. Okay.
Can't wait to see how you do.
I want to find some other way to get more seals, but I don't know where I would. Unless I can change them here.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Okay, no, it's just materials and materials.
Everything has its use.
Mr. Ward Master.
Well, how'd it go?
Would take 13 more. Where did you get the... That's just an advanced seal too. It'd be all the way down there that I get Master Seal.
Any result's a good result.
Oh, wrong way. Back to the training instructor.
Time to work you into shape.
Let's train. Now maxed out? Nope. Is there anyone not in this list that I want in here? Lenart, Petra, Council, Happy Shamira. Yeah, this is fine. What? Oh, the suggestion bonus, okay. That explains things. Just make sure no one's tapped out those. Okay. Let's train.
You can do it, Marianne. I'm rooting for you. Are you not going to train at all, Hilda? Can I take a nap yet?
Oh, and Marianne got rank. They still haven't leveled though.
We've definitely got some work to do.
I had this talent hidden away.
Here's level 3, raise level 2.
Can't wait to get back out there.
She level's 5. Okay, next round.
Couldn't have done that on my own.
Okay, that's 2 masteries.
Very nice.
Unless I'm an idiot.
Another trick up the old sleeve.
This is suitable.
Getting strong.
Okay. Change out your class somehow. And your class. Okay, yeah, just do this in both.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Finally. I've been waiting to try something new.
Now you will see my true value.
Okay. Moved him up to the warrior. I guess because Sparrow has more stars than him. So, training go! Please no one max out.
Well, we got through it in one piece.
We're just about to max out. And that's all the bond they can get. Can I just quickly check? Oh, I can't check their bonds with certain people, that's nice. Or is it saying bond level with part? I'm confused. Okay, so he can see a lot of bonds with Marianne. Or she can, Ernie can get a lot of bonds with Marianne. Hoda has a bit to go with Raph. Sure. Training, go.
We might have worked too hard there.
Not that there's any point in me getting...
Now the heck do I do with you? I've mastered that class as well. I do the same thing I've been doing with everyone
Training
else.
can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Wait, no, no. Why is it all the way over there? Give me this.
So, how do I look?
Yeah, change into different class, but you're gonna be level 1 get. Training go.
Hey, we had a breakthrough or two.
No one else mastered. Good, good, good. I no one else did anything that time.
Time to work you into shape. Can't wait to see how you do.
New supports. A lot of new supports.
Just the person I was looking for. Do you have plans for the rest of the day?
No, not really. I'm surprisingly free for once. Thought I'd put in some extra training.
An admirable use of time. But I have a task I could use your help with that should prove even more enriching than training. Will you join me?
Oh. It's looking away for stuff. Sure.
Hey, if you're asking, I'm in.
I thought as much. Come, we leave at once.
Holst, isn't this...
Shh! Lower your voice. There may well be sentries on patrol nearby.
So this is enemy territory. Great.
See that encampment over there? They set up just a few days ago. It's difficult to tell from here, but it doesn't seem to be that big of an operation.
Wait, so this is a recon mission? Don't we have scouts for this sort of thing?
I've been trying to ascertain how far the enemy has advanced. But lately they've tightened up their security. Too many of our scouts have gone missing. I thought it would be more efficient to look into the matter personally.
Still, I've never heard of a Duke doing recon.
It saves everyone time if I do it myself, and I don't have to risk any more valuable soldiers. And besides, this way I can gain even more experience in the field. Even better than training, wouldn't you say?
Speak for yourself. I had no idea what I was getting into, so I'm not close to ready for whatever's ahead.
I know you're not the type to go down so easily. Trust me, you'll thank me for this later. Ah, and don't make light of reconnaissance. There are many lessons to be learned out here that training could never hope to teach you.
All right, so what's next? We gonna take a closer look?
Might as well, yes. It couldn't hurt to get into a little scuffle and gauge the enemy's strength.
Sounds like the perfect opportunity to see you fight up close. All right, let's do this.
That's the spirit. Now let's move.
This blind conversation didn't turn into a battle, right?
Hey, you're not supposed to be here.
Oh, it's getting
Seems you've been spotted. My name is Holst Sigisvald Goneril. Those with any skill or courage, have at thee.
Why tell the enemy your name? Maybe recon really isn't his thing.
Port B.
Hey there, Ignatz. What are you up to?
Oh, Claude. I was just admiring the scenery. I come here sometimes to bask in the embrace of unfettered natural beauty. Stunning, isn't it? I find being in the environment like this to be quite calming.
You can say that again.
My favorite napping spot's always been right under a nice, shady tree.
Well, it does sound comfortable.
Ignatz, you've always wanted to be a painter, right?
Huh? Well, yes, but how did you know that?
Oh, easy. I've got you all figured out, my friend. All your secrets, your worries, everything. Kidding, of course.
Right.
Really, it wasn't too hard to piece together. I heard you haven't always wanted to be a knight. And seeing you take in the world the way you do, there was only one possibility. You dreamed of being a painter, but gave it up before you could ever make it a reality.
My father wished that I become a knight, yes. But the decision to actually do so was mine alone. That's enough of that, though. What demands our attention most in this moment is the instability both in and outside of Leicester's borders. As a knight, I must do whatever I can to help alleviate the situation.
You're right. The whole alliance was in complete chaos when Shahid attacked. But that's exactly why I founded the Federation, so we could overcome whatever strife came our way.
I really wish there was more I could do to help.
In that case, how about we send you on a reconnaissance mission?
What?
It's simple. You go to all sorts of different places, maybe scout out a few towns, and take note of everything you see and hear while you're there. Sounds like the perfect job for you, doesn't it?
Are you sure I'm the right person for it?
Of course I'm sure. I want you to travel the world, Ignatz. See the wonders it has to offer with your own two eyes.
You know, I thought my dream of becoming a painter was nothing more than dust in the wind. That giving up was my only path forward in life. But you've shown me that isn't how it has to be. Once this war is over, I'll do whatever it takes to make it a reality again.
As you should. What kind of dream would it be if you just abandoned ship the moment one little thing knocked you off course?
Thank you, Claude. Once I'm a full-fledged painter, I'll be sure to do a wonderful portrait of you. I promise.
Sounds good to me. Oh, and make sure it's extra grand so that it'll survive for centuries to come.
Yes, of course.
What'll be Chisel to get? Lawrence and Balthus. That's gonna be a weird one.
Hey, just the guy I wanted to see.
Ah, Balthus. Do you need me?
Yep. Got some hush-hush stuff I want to talk to you about. So let's go somewhere private.
Goodness, whatever could it be? It must be
He's mugging
serious
Kim.
if we need to discuss it in a private setting.
Definitely getting mugged.
So, what do you know about the Claude investigation?
I fear I have no idea what you are talking about. Did this request come from my father, perchance?
Yeah, I figured you might be in the dark.
Indeed, this is the first I have heard of it, though I believe he may have spoken to me once regarding something similar. Still, I am surprised he would ask such a thing of you. Also, how do you even know my father?
You know I've borrowed a lot of money from all kinds of folks, right? Well, your pops is on that list. I'm as broke as can be, so he put me to work to pay it back. That's how I ended up looking into Claude. I think that was around the time I decided to hide under Garrick Mock.
I am relieved to hear you know him for surprisingly normal reasons.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Still, I wonder why my father would lend money to a base mercenary such as yourself.
Just gonna ignore that last part, huh? Now I know where the phrase like father like son comes from. Anyway, I'll answer your question. I may not look it, but I actually used to be a noble.
You, a noble? Pray, keep your jests in check, sir.
No joke. The full name's Balthus von Albrecht. I'm surprised you didn't know. Claude and Hilda both did.
Does this mean you have connections with Lord Holst?
Yeah, we're old buddies. I was the heir to my house too, so we got to see each other a lot.
An heir? Goodness me, I apologize for my ignorance. To think a boorish man so lacking in honor and grace would be a noble.
Hey, easy. I'll have you know I was actually the lord of the house. It wasn't till after I inherited the title that I left.
Such a thought staggers the imagination, but I will accept it for the time being. And I feel I now understand your relationship to my father.
You just sort of say whatever pops into your head, don't you? Still, you better think twice about that brutal honesty of yours. Especially since you're the Count now.
You may be right. Thank you for the counsel.
One more to go, I think.
Grivens, Leone, you're alive! I thought you went and kicked the bucket!
And I'm equally surprised to find you on the right side of the dirt. Still hunting for treasure while arrows rain down around you?
I saw you speaking with a churlish-looking man near the gate earlier, Leone.
What, him? Oh, he's just a mercenary I met a while back.
I see. Given his filthy appearance, I thought he might be a wild bandit.
Not hardly. Although, if I'm being honest, he's more of a scavenger than a mercenary.
A scavenger?
Exactly. See, folks like him go to battlefields and loot anything worth a bit of coin that's lying around. Noble folk call them midden men, but that's a pretty lousy nickname.
I've heard tales of such people, but...
Yeah, they live in a different world from you and me. Honestly, you could probably live the rest of your life and never run into another one.
I had no idea.
Hey, don't look so glum. There's nothing wrong with not knowing about that kind of life.
Except that I wish to know more about commoners. But in order to do so, I would need to speak with all manner of different people. Leone, may I ask you something? I once read something that has stayed with me, and I wonder if you might confirm it.
Sure, hit me.
Well, one particular book stated that the cookies and cakes eaten by commoners are not sweet. But then another book claimed that commoners do not actually eat desserts at all. So, do they not eat sweets? Or are the sweets they prefer simply not honey?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I ate plenty of treats as a kid that weren't sweet at all.
I can't even imagine.
There's no way for most commoners to afford the sweets that nobles enjoy. So instead, we eat unsweetened treats. Might be better to call them snacks, really.
Commoner snacks?
They're probably different from what you're used to. They're hard, dry, and look kind of plain. Anyway, you make a rough dough out of whatever grains you have lying around and fry it up. It's basic, but it's filling.
So if I were to become a commoner, I would also eat these snacks. I'd never eat sweet candy again.
Well, not every commoner is forced to live on snacks. I bet you could get your hands on sweets if you were a merchant or an artisan or something. But anyway, you're a noble. Why are you worried?
I'm sorry. It was merely a hypothetical. Thank you, Leonie. You were very helpful.
Was I? Huh. Well, if you've got any other questions, feel free to fire away. Oh, and for the record, the kids in my village were always happy with whatever snacks we could get. They were simple, sure, but also good in a weird way. You should try them sometime.
A simple taste, is it? Intriguing. Maybe I should try making one of these snacks and see if Leonie wants to eat it with me.
Damn, why is that as far as their bond gets? Anyway, I still have nice rock over there. Kitchen master. Oh, there's 9 back there. How do I... Oh. Don't care. And how to make 2 fish sauté.
Hunger is the true enemy.
That's all. Oh, the dishes I haven't ever looked at. Let's go ahead and make this one out of the 1 fish I have. I'm almost maxed out with you. Almost maxed out with 2. Why do you not have the double arrows? That works. And will also force me to look at another conversation. That's great.
Solid, solid.
I'm sorry. I'm not used to eating with other people. I must not be very fun.
Hey, we already had 2 supports about eating with each other.
Way! You're a breath of fresh air, so don't worry about it and eat up.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
I just needed more sports, but I should feel forward to your stuff. Oh, I only got Hildish. Yeah.
Hilda, did you get hurt at all?
Nope, I'm totally fine. I'm super glad we won that battle today.
Me too. But it was touch and go for a moment there. Make sure you're not overdoing it, okay?
Is that what it seemed like? I didn't think I was pushing myself at all.
I mean, you were way up in the front with me. Didn't you say you wanted to hang back and relax?
What can I say? When I saw you up there, I couldn't help but chase after you. Despite all that stuff I said, I guess I do still worry.
But I thought worrying about people like me was a waste of time.
Well, that's what I thought. But it turns out you and my brother are different after all.
So what you're saying is... it's different because we're friends and he's family?
No, that's not it. My friends are just as important to me as my brother. Look at it this way. I could cheer for you till I'm blue in the face, but if I'm stuck all the way in the back, you won't even notice. And I'd lose track of you in all the commotion.
Yeah, I guess that's what would happen.
So, how am I supposed to cheer for you if I don't get up close?
But you weren't cheering. You were actually participating in the battle.
Hey, it's not my fault there were so many enemies up there. They forced my hand. I'd have been in danger if I hadn't fought back. I get the feeling
feeling that you have some kind of problem with me being so close by.
No, not at all. Why would I?
Glad to hear it. And this way, you get to see all my valiant deeds up close. You've got to be happy about that, right?
I'm not sure happy's the right word, but I'm definitely grateful for your help. You're pretty strong too, you know. You really are Holst's little sister. I can't think of anyone I'd rather have watching my back.
Oh, please don't say that. I can't handle that kind of responsibility. Our win wasn't because of me or anything. You know I'm basically a weakling, right?
After seeing what you can do, weakling isn't what comes to mind. But I guess you can seem shaky out there sometimes?
Exactly. So shaky. That's why it's up to you to make sure I'm perfectly safe during battles.
Sorry, I just accidentally messed with my audio and trying to just cough it. Is everything still mixed okay?
Of course I will. But aren't you supposed to be cheering me on so I don't die?
I'm obviously going to do that. And in exchange, you protect me. It'd be a little selfish of you to get all that encouragement for free, don't you think?
Right, if you say so. I think I've lost the thread of this conversation.
That's okay. The point is, we just gotta stick together and keep doing our best.
Hey, rank. Now we're just paying the last of these points.
Can you make yourself useful?
There's exactly 5. Okay. Damn it. Yeah, sure. I should have done these first.
Counting on you both.
Sure. That'll be no sweat.
What? Me? Fine.
Yay.
We all must do our fair share.
No.
Care to make yourself useful?
Okay. Are any of these actually affected by that? Not to knows one extent it looks like. Let me see if any of these are maxed out. Nope. 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 One here, so not enough. So let's see. Okay, let's go with this one then. Oh wait, dang it, she is...
Counting on you both.
She is maxed out, I'm just not able to use it yet.
I can help.
Let us give it our utmost.
That's why I don't have the arrow. Is it a lily? Okay, that's perfect. Nice.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Okay. So goes these two. Sappy's new.
Counting on you both.
I don't know how much help I'll be, but okay.
I sure hope it's something I can actually do.
I'm doing this? That's
We
cool.
all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
So let's see. Tie not done yet. I haven't done organized documents and care for the horse, so let's organize documents. Constance and whom? Let's go for ignorance, I guess.
Counting on you both.
Bear witness to my true power!
Sure, I'll help.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
And one final one. Didn't realize there were only 2 left after that. Perfect.
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
I could not possibly entrust you with work such as this, Claude. I shall take care of everything.
You don't think I can handle it, do you? But I guess this really is more your thing.
Yeah, he has a horse class after all, in his farm. I guess this in general, actually. Anemone.
Would you not say this was a resounding success?
Lawrence.
Sure seems like it. But I bet you could handle it fine on your own next time.
We all must do our fair share.
Wait, did the other perfect have a dialogue like that, or is that just that one? How many lines of dialogue do I not know this game has? Wait, is that really the only dialogue I got?
How you feeling, Raphael? Everything healing up?
Hey, Hilda. Yeah, I'm fine. This is nothing.
Well, that's good to hear. Still, don't go pushing yourself too hard, okay?
You know it. Thanks for looking out for me.
You really were incredible out there today, you know? I mean, even if you did get sort of reckless at times. It kind of reminded me of my brother, actually.
What? Holst? Well, I sure appreciate you saying so, but I'm nothing compared to that guy. He's strong as an ox, a master of every single weapon, and has muscles bulging out of his other muscles. His workout routine must be the stuff of legend. I'd give anything to be like him.
Yeah, he trains literally all the time. It's no surprise the two of you get along like a house on fire.
I also appreciate how much he values his family.
Yeah? Because I sure don't.
Aw, don't say that. He's just being a good big brother who's looking out for his little sis. In fact, the last time we met up, we had a great time swapping stories about our sisters.
Wait, so you were talking about me? I really hope he didn't say anything weird.
It wasn't weird at all. We were just chatting about how cute our sisters look when they sleep. See, when she was little, my sis couldn't fall asleep unless I tucked her in, and we had a nice chat. And at some point, while we were talking, whoosh, out like a candle. It was adorable. Then Holst told stories about when you were little. Said you whined a lot.
Stop, stop, stop! I'm not interested in stories about myself, and especially not stories like that. This is all unbelievably embarrassing, so let's just bury the whole conversation in the world's deepest hole and pretend it never happened.
It's not embarrassing. It's nice. Anyway, I eventually told Holst how sad and lonely I was to be living apart from my sister now. And he said he's sad he never gets to work with you, even though you're in the same army. And we ended the conversation by promising to always keep our sisters safe, no matter what.
You promised each other? Oh, I swear my brother is always like this. What if he gets even more overprotective now that he has you for a big brother buddy?
Holst is overprotective? Huh.
I never got that impression.
Well, he's better than he used to be. I mean, at least I don't have to send him constant letters now. Still, according to what Balti told me, Host apparently said, and I quote, "I will be the one to decide if her future husband is good enough."
That's so funny. My sister's gonna call the shots on who I marry, too. She told me so.
Wow, our situations could not be more different.
Okay. So, I think that's everything we can do here. So, let's head to the war map. And do the side quest. What lies with it? Ooh. I was getting your own this time. There's gonna be someone to win the last slot, but I have no clue who. Anyways, here I go! I probably should have actually read the description, but I'm gonna pretty much the synopsis
I'm sorry to drag
cutscene.
you into this. It's my responsibility, and I should be handling it myself.
It's all good. You clearly needed the help. Still, I always figured you'd be better at keeping your equipment in order.
Oh no, I'm honestly terrible at this kind of thing. You should see the state my room is in. The more I try to get organized, the more chaos seems to creep into my...
Marianne, look out! Ow.
Are you alright? Oh, this is terrible. I never should have dragged you into this.
What, me? I'm fine. Let's keep going.
I'm serious. You shouldn't have any more to do with me. It won't end well.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Marianne, we're supposed to be leaving on our scouting mission soon. What are you doing?
Sorry. I was trying to organize my squad's provisions, and things just sort of spun out of control.
You always do this. Would you please just ask me for help instead of trying to do it all yourself?
Yes, I'm sorry. Why don't we just head out on that mission? I can finish this later.
You know what? Don't worry about it. I can handle a little scouting mission on my own.
But...
I think cleaning up this mess is more important. You'll help her, right? Marianne really isn't good at this sort of thing.
You don't say.
Just make sure you stay with her until it's done. Promise me, okay?
Marianne.
For Marianne? Anything.
Good!
Yay,
because I'm dead serious about not leaving her alone with this.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, I've got some scouting to do. Good luck!
Alright, let's get this stuff sorted. Our first job should be organizing everything by type.
Okay.
Whoa, hold on. I thought we were grouping all of the timbers by length.
Yes, I was doing that. But then I noticed some of yours weren't exactly the same, so I divided them up further.
Look, just try to keep everything simple. 3 piles. One for long stuff, one for short stuff, and one for all the medium-ish stuff in between.
I see. In that case, I'll set this right...
You've got to be kidding me. Ow! Again. Looks like we're back to square one.
Oh no! I'm so sorry. Please, you should just go and let me handle the rest myself.
No can do. I promised Hilda I'd stay here until the job was done. Speaking of which, where is she?
Yes, it has been a while, hasn't it?
You worried about her?
I am, actually. Would it be alright to leave this for the moment and go check on her?
Yeah, sure. This pile of stuff isn't going anywhere.
And besides, Hilda's far more important.
Hey, when you're right, you're right. Let's go.
We gotta rescue Hilda. Make sure none of our allies are routed. Also, I'll be honest, until Hilda showed up, I forgot what mission we were doing and honestly thought it was just... I was thinking it was just the next support conversation between Chase and Marianne. Because I was only paying out attention because of chat, so... So I just heard like all the clumsiness stuff and thought that was tied to that curse stuff she mentioned. Anyways, don't care about how it's equipping stuff, so let's go straight into battle.
It's just as I feared. Hilda has been surrounded. We have to help her.
That feels really good.
This is all my fault. If I just stayed away from Hilda, she never would have...
Knock off the mumbling and let's cut through that stronghold over there. Come on!
Spotted by the enemy already? Some scout I turned out to be.
Oh, it's actually gonna be a little passive rundown. That's cool. That's showing that. Riverside Village closed.
Is this a trap?
They cut us off. If we can get out of here, we should still be able to reach Hilda.
Was I not supposed to be seeing things as I went? Come on, before my power goes away. Oh, I have to go all the way around there? Nope. Dang it!
In which case, we'll just find another way.
It looked like I was blocking too, wasn't it? Okay, that was a really cool attack with however I did that. Die already. How the hell are you doing that? You're an archer. Archers don't just summon tornadoes. Even in Fate. Let me just switch to her. Why are you all the way back here? This is your half the area. Hey. Oh, the growth was activated. Come on! There we go. Why is this so difficult? Ignoring all you. Why can't I use that one spell? Oh, I just could have. What in the nine hells was that?
Have to be careful.
Okay, thank Arceus for these effects having a leech on them. Good. Oh gods.
Great. An ambush. Come on, Marianne. The two of us will have to break through.
Wait, I killed that guy. How's he alive? Yeah, that. One of these for.
Please, excuse me.
Help.
This is an awful lot of enemies to take on with just the two of us, don't you think?
I mean, yeah. But imagine how Hilda feels.
No, you're right. I mustn't be frightened. I can do this.
Wait, where did you come from? And deal with what you're good against.
I'll never get out of here if this keeps up.
Good.
Not sure how much longer I can keep this up. I sure hope someone's coming to help me.
For a ride.
You're so strong.
Got him.
We did it!
Hilda can't hold out much longer. Let's go.
Good.
Listen up.
I don't know where I am right now.
Woman you want to tick off today.
Oh, I do have to go down here. You guys are not having a fun time.
We'll never reach Hilda in time if we can't get through this stronghold. The gate is open. Hold on, Hilda. I'm so sorry, Hilda. This is all my fault. Marianne, you came!
I seriously thought I was a goner there, but now I've got a second wind. Time for a counterattack.
Thank you. Where is her?
Please, excuse me.
You go
Is
there.
this okay?
something.
so sorry, Hilda.
My
My quest has brought you nothing but disaster.
Huh? What are you talking about? I just got too close to the enemy camp, that's all. Guess I should have come by myself. Next time, we'll go together, okay?
Stop doing that move. I swear I'm doing more. How do I keep on doing that one move? I swear I'm doing a different one. Okay, it's blocked in because the angle is up. Of course, there's the one with an archer in it. Oh, that's why there's so many archers in here. Also her weakness. You over here. I don't want to bother this guy anymore. Now, back over there.
I feel like I can do anything with you by my side, Marianne.
And I feel the same. Knowing it was you I was saving allowed me to be brave. Let us take them by storm.
Okay. This guy getting bullied by a generic grunt. Why did Shadow Blast pop up? Use it there.
We did it! Thank you, Marianne. Oh, and thanks to you, too.
I only hope I was of some use.
Dang, he was at half health. Why are both of you at half health?
General, but we're still right in the middle of an enemy encampment. We should leave, quickly.
I didn't realize which one it was though.
Wow, someone's perked up.
Attack the guy.
We did it!
Not sure what I feel about this. What are they doing there? Where's the guy I'm actually trying to fight here? I saw there was a paladin over here. Oh, okay, I see. One of you has an anti-flyer. Yep, you do. Okay.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Please.
Holy over here. Okay, that one's fine. Ow. You down. This one is fun. Okay.
Hooray! The sweet smell of success.
Here you are. Okay. Now I've got just easier to use. Chase. Dang it. There we go. Oh, we're going over there. Okay. Why are you two going over there?
Yeah, let's do this.
Maybe boss can see,
Don't
so
worry,
just go there.
please. Excuse me.
And you just follow
I'm
me.
not.
Let's take them by storm.
Marianne seems different now that we've joined up with you, don't you think?
Yeah, I'd like to think this is the real Marianne.
This is just the beginning.
That's what you're really capable of? Woo! My heart's pounding.
Okay, girls. Hurry up. You just
Yeah, let's
follow me
keep
too,
up.
so you don't get caught up in a fight.
I think we're in the clear now.
Don't say that.
Wait. Is that?
This is the perfect chance
Oh.
to demonstrate how far I've come. Now, forward!
Guess we weren't in the clear after all. Still, I think we can take her.
Victory will be mine, no matter the cost.
I won't lose. I can't let my friends down.
This is all I can do.
That was fast.
We won! Now we can finally go home. Thank you, Marianne.
It was a group effort. Now let's get out of here before someone else shows up.
No, I didn't get the other battalion. Level
I
20.
want to grow even more.
Good job. Highest present level
I won't let
41.
myself stop here.
I was prepared to say it's 42 there. Okay, Master Bishop.
I think it's making sense now.
Collector. Should I even get? Let's go. Oh, into something else.
I'm exhausted. I thought this was going to be one of those quick in and out kind of things.
We're lucky we got out of there alive.
So, Marianne, what were you trying to say before about your crest?
Yeah, something about how people shouldn't get involved with you? What was that about?
Oh, that.
You know what? Forget it.
Forget it.
She doesn't have to talk about it if she doesn't want to. All I care about is that Marianne keeps smiling.
Well, I suppose I do feel a bit more confident now. Since we made it home safely, it proves things can go well even if I happen to be there.
Okay, thinking like that is just plain silly. I mean, the only reason I got in trouble in the first place is because I went there without you.
The lesson here is that when you two are supposed to do something together, actually do it together.
Exactly.
All right.
Hey, so did you finish that little cleaning project?
Cleaning project?
Organizing the provisions for Marianne's squad. Did you finish?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well, that's a big fat no.
Look, Marianne was worried, so we stopped what we were doing and came to find you. Still, it was our call, and we'll take the fall for it.
You were worried about me, Marianne? Really?
I am looking at it.
Really?
Right.
Once I imagined the worst, I couldn't get it out of my head.
And it turns out the truth wasn't too far off.
Oh, I'm glad you care. You know what? Don't even worry about organizing those supplies. I'll take care of it for you.
You sure?
You bet! I mean, it's not like I enjoy that kind of work, but I'm actually pretty good at it.
That's a huge weight off my mind. Thank you.
Well, guess that about ties everything up.
Oh, but you still have to help. I'm just doing Marianne's part. Plus, you promised, remember?
How could I forget? Come on, let's go. The quicker we start, the quicker we'll be finished and off for a nice hot meal.
Thank you both. I mean it.
And I have to go back now for the reward. Boom.
Well, how'd it go? Any result's a good result.
I hope you're okay, Sleepy. That does sound concerning. I didn't get the name of this mission. Nice. Prepared for the battles to come, the Federation army marches for Fargus, taking its first steps in its war against the Church and the Kingdom. But an old adversary bars your way.
So, the time has finally come to invade the kingdom. Fargus is a region with a strong tradition of knighthood. I expect a fearsome opposition.
What? Are you scared, Lawrence?
Do not be ridiculous. Of course I am not frightened. Why must you insist on teasing me like this?
Keep a careful eye on your surroundings as we approach the border. You never know where the enemy's scouts could be hiding.
We're still a ways off from the border. I think we can afford to relax for the moment.
Enemy attack!
What? Did the kingdom get the jump on us?
No, Your Majesty! That flag the enemy's flying, it's General Randolph's!
Randolph? That boy must hate you so much he came back from beyond the grave to haunt you.
You mean as a ghost? Oh, this can't be happening!
It isn't.
Lysithea, please, calm down.
Maybe Randolph's family figured out what happened and are out for revenge.
Well, if that's the case, I doubt they'd be interested in hearing my excuses. We can't afford to exhaust ourselves here. Steady on, everyone. Prepare for battle.
Come on, Arval. Seriously? You can't drag me off to sleep like this when the battle's about to start.
Sorry, but we need to talk.
Hmm?
Do you remember the warning I once gave you?
Which one?
Well, I've been struck by a similar premonition now. Something feels wrong. Very wrong.
Last time this happened, the Ashen Demon showed up and nearly sent me to an early grave. Are you telling me that's who we're facing here?
Hard to say for sure. But the feeling's worse this time around. Stronger. If the Ashen Demon does appear on the battlefield today, I fear we will witness something terrible, an act far more dangerous than we previously imagined.
Well, whatever's happening, I'm just gonna have to stop it.
So long as you don't put yourself in any unnecessary danger, yes. Remember, your death would cut both of our destinies far too short.
Damn, you aren't a Time Lord. My back up your army, and Claude or Judith cannot be routed. This is why I didn't. Your actions battle will greatly impact the outcome of the story. Well, that's only the point. So, first, add one more unit to our team, because we always need more. We need to protect a target. Decrease the durability of all enemy strongholds at the beginning of battle. So it's like the first 4. Grant the Swordbreaker ability to stronghold captains and allied strongholds. I think the armored units are the ones I want to go with. Oh wait, did that lock me in or did... Okay, yeah. Got a nice double advantage going on right there. So... Okay, yeah, those are the ones I'm going to be actually using, so... I don't remember the actual recommended level. Ooh, Constant Snappy are actually very strong. Well, 30, dang. Let's put Constance in because she's fun. And let's... Oh, not that. Let's put you in. Where are you? 23. Yeah, that seems fine, I guess. Now, not gonna have you in here. Let's put in Holst.
I fight for what's right.
Let's actually change Lycithia up for Abby.
Hey, why not?
I want to have it as... This mission is going to be very important. I want to have some of the stronger units I can get. And let's put in Balthus, I think. First, put you over there for obvious reasons. You join me. Okay. Swap you two around. Be going that way. And you're neutral as well. So, convoy. We're not in the party, getting unequipped. Okay. Who gets the XP ring? Let's give it to you, I guess. An XP ring, the XP gem. Dex ring. Let's swap yours around. Be a strength ring. Now battalions. Okay. Get that one. Can you actually... Okay, I can actually upgrade some of these. I think you could... Yeah, you can actually click pulse. Pulse can equip this. I can equip this one actually. Balthus. You'll be taking that one. Raph, Happy. Okay. Put this on Claude just things on him just in case his equipment does matter for this. Check the battle map. I check the support quad. Okay, yeah, he is actually still in his current class, which is nice. I didn't think about it at first, but in case there are anti-flyer or anti-dragon weapons in this map, it's really good he's still in that class. So, let's save. And that's the first time I've actually done that before a fight, discoding the one time the internet went down. So, let's do this.
They're attacking from the caves and the mountains. Defeat the closest enemies first to secure the area.
Okay. You can't go after him because he has anti-that, so...
Now is our chance.
You go after there, I'll take on him. You go there. You handle this one.
Time to make a name for myself.
Malthus, you go here.
Just leave it to me.
Okay, I can't really tell those guys
Enemy
to do.
forces are nothing to sneeze at. Is this Phoebe just Randolph's family?
Whoever they are, they're most likely after you. Everyone, do not allow His Majesty to fall.
Dang it. There we go. Did you get both of them?
Don't seem like they're with the Imperial Army. Maybe they're mercenaries?
So, they've got some mercenaries on their side, eh? I've got a sneaking suspicion I know who they hired.
At least we should be able to drive them back quickly enough. But you attract more trouble than honey does at flies, Your Majesty.
Sorry, Judith. I promise I'll pay you back in full someday.
Good job, Constance. Okay, the gates are still locked off. So, let's have a review. That's all of them. Back to you.
Take a breather.
We have managed to secure the area.
Oh, nice.
It doesn't look like they're going to lay down their arms. What would you have us do, Your Majesty? Launch a counteroffensive?
Not when we don't know the full extent of their forces. Could you all search the area and see what info you can dig up?
We get information. I think I know what that one involves. Okay, so Now you can double back to deal with this.
Time to make a name for myself.
Because let's split up. Let's have
Just
you
do as I planned.
join with
I
me.
shall provide support.
What's going over there? Let's get
I'm on it.
one of our brawlers up there.
Here I go. There's nothing these muscles
And
can't do.
Let's
Yeah, let's do this.
kill it with him.
I'll back.
Here I go.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're talking to me over here.
They've spotted me. Now
Oh.
I've no choice but to engage them.
Eloise, does that mean Gerald's mercenaries are among our enemies?
Those are the scouts who dispatched her. They might have some relevant information.
Time to attack.
'Twas nothing.
Okay. What is all that? You
Yeah,
on
don't
that.
worry.
You
All right. Here I
over
go.
here.
There's nothing these muscles can't do.
You on that
I'm on
one.
just.
Gotcha.
Right? Take it down.
I bear you no ill will, but it was your choice to come within striking distance.
Is that enough? Yep, good.
Couldn't even buy us any time. How am I supposed to face Frazier the captain now?
We're battling Gerald's mercenaries after all. And this Fleisch person, are they an Imperial general?
Wait, does that mean the Blade Breaker and Ashen Demon are here?
Well, this went downhill fast. We need to find out where they are.
My
Wait.
turn. We can skip my turn, you know.
We're facing the captain's mercenaries again? No. This is no time to hesitate. I'll fight them.
I wish I selected a Fiskafuse as an active member, so remember.
I'm all right. No, I have to complete my mission. I won't lose.
Was that it?
You did well to survive the city. We're currently trying to pin down the mercenaries' location. Do you know anything about it?
Yes, my lord. It looks like they've taken up a position in the forest.
Why are you all the way back here?
Now we know who we're up against and where they are. That gives us the initiative.
Guess. Do this run in case. Holy butts, that's a lot of units. Let me. I might want to use a war.
Gerald's mercenaries are a formidable force. We need to find a way to split them off from the Imperial Army. I'll act as a decoy to lure out the Ashen Demons. I'm counting on you all. Don't let me die.
Okay. I think I'll just have to double back. Yeah.
You are the king of the Federation and you want to act as a decoy? Does sovereignty have no... Meaning to you?
I'll make the perfect decoy precisely because I am king. If you're so worried, then you'll just have to protect me.
Sorry, Constance. Claude, get back here.
We can't go any farther.
We need to defeat the enemy and secure a path forward.
Okay. Okay, that guy's locked on the other side, so I can't get him. Oh, he's over there. Oh, that was heck out of the Apex Sword to activate.
They told me my mission was to exact revenge. I suppose I'll have to earn that advance they paid me.
That's Yuri! Hold on! Let me try and talk some sense into him.
I've heard that Randolph's younger sister is also in the Imperial Army.
Did I change?
And she's here to avenge her brother. Can't say I blame her.
Gotcha. Okay.
How dare you point your weapon at such a pretty face?
What are the odds?
Yeah, she's actually over here, I think.
The last person I wanted to run into out here.
Just stop being so pathetic. I know you don't really want to die here.
Well, when you put it that way. I guess I would prefer not to get butchered.
Yay. Thought I might have killed him too fast. Claude. Claude, dude. You got a straight path. Dude. Let's just get rid of these things real quick. These AIs must get monsters enemies nearby. Okay, let's continue this path forward. Track of whatever you want to call it. Okay. Claude? Buddy? What else do we want to use? Okay, Claude made it.
Here's the Ashen Demon. Let's hope they take the bait. Oh no, I charged too far ahead. This is so dangerous. I need to fall back.
That's the King of Leicester. Do not let him escape.
Even if this works, I don't want to engage yet. You all cover me on my way back?
He purposely charges ahead only to immediately retreat. He must be plotting something.
You must kill him, please. I don't care about anything else as long as he's dead.
It worked. But there's no need to try and defeat the Ashen Demon. That's like asking to get killed.
This is our chance to slay the Ashen Demon. We can fight without anyone getting in our way. Lost sight of him. Where'd he go?
How did you feel that way? Okay, yep, that makes sense.
Looks like you're trying to get in our way. Well, I'm not gonna let you.
if you get in my way, I will cut you down.
Let's get rid of this guy real quickly. Not messing around. So as I keep on farming whatever it is attack I just dropped, I'll be fine.
On to the next one. You always manage to motivate me.
Why are all of you around? How did all of you get there, firstly? Okay, so...
All right, here I go.
You down there,
I'm on it.
you down there,
Yeah.
you
Let's do this.
open that,
Forward ho!
Here goes.
you over there,
Yeah, I got it.
you over there,
Now is our chance.
you... the Claude.
I'm here to assist.
Because I just ran out of places to put people. Oh, hello there. See ya. Oh, hell, what we got there? Nice. Now, as we're feeling clever, we won't do that. Oh, dang, she's actually advancing fast. Let's get you back over there to distract. Okay, Claude. Nice then.
This may be my best chance to eliminate him. I'll just give that girl a little assistance.
Who the hell's this guy?
What? An ambush? The way out is in sight. We must defeat them and break through.
Well, this guy's important, so I'm gone immediately.
You are all descendants of the most inconsequential of beasts, and your deaths will fuel our grand ambition.
I don't know what you're trying to do. Stay out of my way, or you're dead.
Impossible.
Okay, Claude, let's keep on moving.
Can't be. I suppose we cannot make any more gains here. No sense in...
Okay, let's have someone else deal with you instead.
Here goes.
Yeah.
sticking around. Unless...
What a creep! Who was that?
So, as you make clear, I am not going to fight Violet. Okay, Claude, keep it up. Claude. Advance. Actually, I know.
Now is our chance.
Okay, right. You're there. You join us down here. Claude. Okay.
I've never faced a challenge like this.
Why is Claude doing this again? Okay, so going back on move. Let's have you deal with
They cannot stop us.
Here goes.
you join us here. Okay. Done that.
Phew. I was worried I was gonna get a sword in my back. Hey, Judith, is everything ready?
It's been ready. Now, block the entrances to the caves.
what they were up to?
I guess that. Oh. We're finally getting into the action now.
Why haven't I heard anything from the mercenaries? I'll just have to do it myself then.
Fleisch has finally shown her face. Take her out while the Ashen Demon's gone.
So, let's get this done quickly. I didn't even plan for this, but I realized I had pretty much just opened the front entrance.
I'll stay in the stronghold and defend His Majesty. Everyone else, go after Fleisch.
Out of the way! Why?
We have a nice spell.
I waited for
Interesting.
you. You promised you'd come back.
Regular is supposed to be done. I'm sorry.
Randolph, you were always there for me.
You're almost the end.
I wasn't fast enough.
We were too late. Not much we can do now.
Your employer is dead and we have you surrounded. I think it would be wise to lay down your arms, don't you?
Looks like we have no choice.
Gerald's mercenaries have surrendered. That wraps up this battle.
What can I say? You got us. You rolled right over us and took out our employer. I know when it's time to raise the white flag.
Wait, that's it? You're giving up?
We've faced you in battle many times, only to be bested at every turn.
I kicked your butt like 3
Yeah, you've
times.
pretty much run us out of business by now. It's not easy finding new clients in the best of times. And no matter how good our reputation is, none of it matters if we can't actually win. At this rate, I'll have to stop calling myself the Blade Breaker.
In that case, can I interest you in a contract with the Leicester Federation?
You want to hire us?
I know we've been at each other's throats since before this Federation was even a thing. But you're mercenaries. You were only fighting to hold up your end of the deal with the Empire, right? And now that your employer is gone, you're free to serve whichever side you please. There's no dishonor in working for a new client.
Yeah, you should join us. I mean, by now we all know firsthand how strong you are. And sure, there might be some folks here and there who have reservations about you fighting on our side. But they'll definitely come around once they see how dependable you are.
What do you say? I doubt the Empire will have any jobs for us after all of this. No better time for a fresh start.
I agree. What about you, Alois? I know Leicester's another enemy of the Knights of Seros.
I've already made my decision. I have sworn to follow this fine captain wherever he goes. If my old allies want to come grill me over a fire, I'll just have to make myself more obscure.
That's a good one.
I have to give him that.
If I don't slay my foes by the sword, I will do so by the joke.
Well, guess that's that. Just tell us when we start. I'll go talk to the group and smooth things over. You two, stay here with the client.
Got it, thanks.
Understood, Captain.
Glad to hear it. I guess we better tell the troops about our new friends here.
S for Hank. Goddess icon. Yes, getting a lot of advancements for this. Oh, we got the first Dromi.
I still have a long way to go.
Freaking. That was a lot of advancements.
There's always room for
Achievements, I think they're called.
Amazing what a little bloodshed can do.
Gotta get stronger.
And of course,
I won't let myself stop here.
Can't wait to get back out there.
Getting stronger.
got a Master Seal. Oh, it's got 2 C ranks. And for not killing Byleth, we unlock them of the Silverheart class. Yeah, Yuri for recruiting him. It's already starting off at a maxed out Trickster. And we also got Gerald. They were saving Byleth. Holy Knight. 10 renown. I'm glad I checked what happened to this mission before. Or so I know.
Captain, I can't believe we're going to be fighting together. I'm so... This is so...
All right, let's just keep those tears in check, Leone. There's no need to make a scene.
Why is Leone crying?
Apparently, that mercenary captain trained her when she was a kid, but she hasn't seen him for years.
Oh? And you must be the famed Ashen Demon, yes? Allow me to welcome you to the Federation.
I'm so glad you're on our side now. You know, now that I can see you up close, you really aren't that terrifying after all.
Aside from the glowing eyes and weird hair.
Would you mind demonstrating your power for me later? I'm curious to see if it's crest related.
And hey, if you ever need a lifting buddy, you just let me know.
As you can see, we're thrilled to have you here. You know, it feels strange somehow. It's as if some part of me has been calling out to you this whole time.
I'm just happy to have another powerful ally on our team. Aren't you, Mariam?
Huh? Oh, yes. It's a pleasure to be working with you.
The pleasure's all ours. Isn't that right, kid?
It looks like everyone's happy to have them on board. I guess I had nothing to worry about after all. With all due apologies to Randolph's sister, I think it's time we moved on. Hey, wait a minute. Where'd my favorite mercenary go?
Sorry about all this, Arval. I know you've only been giving me your powers because you want me to beat the Ashen Demon.
Don't worry about it. It's for the best, right? For all my doomsaying, everything seems to be right as rain. Recruiting Gerald's mercenaries and the Ashen Demon was the right choice.
I hope you're right.
What's wrong? Feeling lost now that you don't have an enemy to chase around the countryside?
I'm not lost. I know exactly what I've got to do. Win this war. I'm gonna help Claude and my friends usher in a new age in Fodlan. Well, any snarky follow-up for that?
I suppose that's a fine goal. It's certainly worthy of the powers you command. If that's what you want, then I'll just have to help you achieve it. After all, I'm your partner in destiny. I'm here for you and you alone.
Golden wildfire. The sword swings wide. Despite Flaish's attack, the Federation reaffirms their alliance with the Empire and finally begins their invasion of the kingdom. Seeing that Fargus is readying for battle, Claude plans for a short engagement. With a cunning scheme at the ready, his army trespasses into Fraldarius territory.
Thank you for coming, everyone. Sedith, we are grateful you could join us.
I would be remiss to ignore something that so clearly concerns the Church. We are here to discuss the latest developments in Leicester, correct?
Indeed. I think it's safe to say that Claude's reinvention of the region and collaboration with the Empire came as a complete shock to us all. Thus far, we have been able to dedicate our forces solely to the battle with the Empire in the west. Now we must dispatch troops to the east as well.
The Federation's military force is hardly significant. We shouldn't have to divert much attention from the Western Front.
I would not be so optimistic, not after what happened in ALL. If you recall, the Knights of Seros were completely wiped out.
Yes, it was a terrible loss. We didn't even have time to send reinforcements. It still pains me to think on what became of Catherine. We heard her unit encountered the Imperial Army, but the complete lack of survivors strikes me as suspicious.
I see. You believe the Federation may have had a hand in the matter.
Precisely. Furthermore, the territories of Burgundy, Seward, and Albany previously wished to defect to our side, but have since reversed their positions. Perhaps their sudden change of heart can be attributed to this incident as well.
If only we'd been able to welcome those houses to the kingdom, we would have a slightly stronger position in the east.
The Church initially acted as an intermediary with those houses, but I fear it would be too risky to continue now. I'm sorry.
Considering their iffy loyalty, they wouldn't have been reliable anyway. If we'd taken them in, we'd just be regretting it now.
That may be true, but it is yet another card we are no longer able to play. Our options now are severely limited.
All we can do is hold the Western Front, and watch the Federation like a hawk to see what their next move will be.
I know we are not privy to the details of the pact between the Empire and the Federation. But would it be safe to assume that the followers of Seros in Leicester have abandoned the Central Church in favor of the Southern Church?
They've certainly severed ties with the Central Church, but it seems they have elevated the Eastern Church instead.
And the Empire allowed that?
They must have figured the war was turning against them and made that concession to secure Leicester's cooperation.
The Eastern Church. How is Fargus to survive when we're beset by enemies to the east, west, and even north? I think it is time we devote ourselves to finding an answer to that question.
Well, we've managed to secure the immediate area. I'd say that makes our landing a success.
Clearly, the kingdom was not expecting our sudden appearance this far north.
They sure weren't. A certain somebody's suggestion to take the unexpected route was right on target.
Technically speaking, it was my suggestion.
I was just talking off the top of my head. I didn't think we'd actually be able to invade by sea.
Maybe it was off the top of your head, but I considered a myriad of options before arriving at that proposal.
And we have Nadir to thank for helping us make our sea dreams come true.
Oh, it was easy enough. All I had to do was secure an official order from the king. None of our merchants would dare disobey that.
You managed to convince the King of Elmyra to sign off on this?
Convince isn't exactly the word I'd use. I merely placed the paperwork in front of him at an early hour, when he might not have been fully awake.
You did what now? It sounds to me like he had no idea what he was signing.
It's not as if it's a big deal. We just borrowed a few boats for a bit.
And let's not forget all the assistance Margrave Edmund gave us either.
That's right. Being able to use his ports certainly cut down the length of our voyage.
I'm glad my adoptive father was able to help.
Shortened though it was, I can't say my stomach enjoyed the trip.
Good to see you're all as relaxed as ever. But let's get back on task. Our plan's working so far, but we've still got a lot to do. I just hope our little invitation was accepted.
The Srang forces saw our movements just as we planned. They've been inspired to strike, and soon, I expect. It's possible they're already marching on Gautier territory.
If that's the case, then we can't afford to stand around talking about it. We'll head out as soon as we're ready. We'll make our way through Fraldaria's territory and strike Ferdiad, the kingdom's capital.
Huh. You should know we have the option of fighting areas we've theoretically already been at. Battle suggestions. Please not just be a bunch of weapon leveling. Don't be shy, speak if you got a suggestion.
How about this?
Materials expand the Tactics Academy. Materials expand the marketplace.
I've got it.
Make it slightly easier to deepen bonds with allies. Sure. I like that.
You can count on me.
One step at a time.
Sounds good to me. Let's get rolling, everyone. Everybody deepens our bonds to start with. So, I still have about half an hour left because I managed to do that surprisingly quickly. Let me look at stuff going on around here. Parallel with Claude. Interesting. Those things ends over here. This is an optional route going through. Probably too harder for fights. I only take melee units in this route. That's gonna be devastating. Okay, securing retreat. Okay. Let's see. Get some interesting stuff through all this. Return to camp. And okay. Really mentioning something I noticed, but is he on here? Yeah, Alois wasn't actively recruited. He was just he wasn't recruited as a playable unit. I don't believe he is playable, because you would always be recruiting him along with the other two, and then want to put an upwards of 4 units in the same mission. He is one of very few units from 3 houses to currently not be playable in this game. I can think of 2 others. Oh, and Adair's even here, that's cool. That'd be the first time we actually talked to him in the the camp. That's what this place is called. So, firstly, I want to visit the item shop.
I carry a little of everything
and
here.
Good.
You've got an eye for quality, friend.
Now let's find
You've
another
got
set
an
of
eye for
these.
quality, friend.
Okay.
Hope to see you again soon.
So, I want to look at the unit info of the people I just recruited. I'll be in the conversation a bit. You're one of them. Deceit. Press the R to create an orb of wind that draws in enemies and then explodes. Has a long cooldown time. Gamer Slayer restores the awakening gauge with a successful perfect dodge. And then he has increased damage during when defending. Oh, no wait, it was these two. Divine Pulse. 0 to stop time. Follow attack will trigger when the timer starts based on damage dealt during the stoppage. Has a long cooldown time. Oh, that's interesting. Supporting that? Demon slowly increases damage while awakened, and Unfeeling Blade. More to attack increases damage dealt to. Oh yeah. When attacking deals more damage. Is there an exclamation mark on this? Whatever. So, of course, because Byleth A-rank with everyone, and only has 4 dialogues. Okay. Breakbreaker, hold the button when hold the button when performing strong attacks to increase damage. Guard break and explode enemies. Explode enemies sent flying. When a battalion is deployed, slowly reduces knockback from enemies that the battalion is effective against. And veteran commander seizing reduces damage received. Wait, what class is he in? Holy Knight. Huh. That's interesting, so I think he was the other class. Hold on. First. Huh. Let's see. Okay, Byleth is starting on a very low level class, but it is also Byleth. Swordmaster, and then Enlightened One as the equivalent to the Asura. Or, I guess Asura is equivalent to Enlightened One because that class was in the other game. Devil with a sword and boasting some talent with magic, this warrior is greatly feared on the battlefield. That is accurate. Geralt. Interesting. I have to make sense with this game's mechanics, but if I recall in the actual game, he was a great knight. Well, support in your conversation, go. Finally can do this one.
Oh, it's the captain.
Oh, it's not on auto right now, sorry.
Yeah, handle it any way you want. This should be an easy job for you.
I'll report back when it's done.
Sounds good. We're gonna take care of some other matters in the meantime.
Why are you making that noise, Leonie? You got an upset stomach or something?
No, I don't. You know how the captain and his mercenaries joined forces with us?
Yeah, I'm so glad you get to fight with him again. Oh, wait. This is the first time you two are actually fighting together, right?
Yep. I haven't seen him since we parted ways when I was a kid. I've never been in a battle with him or anything. So, yeah, I'm happy, but... No! I can't take it!
Wait a minute. Is this about his kid?
Yeah. Though we're practically the same age. But only one of us has the captain's full confidence and a cool nickname. We're both mercenaries, for crying out loud, and I was the captain's first apprentice.
But you're not family. You can bet that Gerald would have trained any child of his from birth a whole lot longer than you.
Ugh, you have a point there.
And if you want to talk about age, Alois has been with him since their night days. Which means it's likely that he was actually Gerald's first apprentice, right?
Hey, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
In any case, it's kind of a given you wouldn't be on the same level. I mean, they haven't just studied under Gerald. They've had years of on-the-job training with him. Plus, you don't have any weird powers.
You mean like you do?
Yeah, but our powers are completely different. To be honest, I want to best the Ashen Demon too. I've been striving to do that this whole time, but still haven't managed to pull it off.
Is that right? You know, even if we teamed up, I'm not so sure we'd win.
I don't know about that. With the two of us together, I think we might actually have a shot at it. In fact, I think my money would be on us. Want to set up a challenge sometime and see what happens?
I'm all for it. After all, the captain has a saying. Better to fight dirty and win than play fair and lose.
Yeah, that sounds like Gerald. For a mercenary, all that matters is the outcome.
Exactly. You know, I'm really glad you're here.
Same goes for you, Leonie. Now let's stay sharp and show the Ashen Demon up our own way.
Okay, friend 2. Give me enough reward. Is that perfect for the reward?
Well, how'd it go?
Okay. Achievements exactly 120. Nice.
Any result's a good result.
Remind me that I didn't actually take a look at the equipment on the others. The others are frustrated to draw me because of his crest. Lost relic linked to the crest of Aubin may nullify damage. Alright, what sword does he have on? That is a silver sword. Violet, of course. County sword and Gerald's mercenaries. Fair mercenaries commanded personally by Gerald, the Blade Breaker. The fire equipped. Interesting. Gerald has a silver lance and his mercenaries again. Interesting that they're a sword battalion, though. I think. Wait, no, there weren't actually weapon classes for the battalions in the original. In the 3 houses, there were movement types that turned the battalion. So, weird. Oh, it gives advantage against swords too. Nice. Tempest Lance and Thunder Rush. Do you have any other? He has a bunch of skills apparently. Okay then. I say just start talking around. But first, just going back to where I started. All the way over here. Actually, I have And should talk into inventory. Chip play combiners renown. Only purchase items, which is just once stat ups. Okay. Marvel. What must we do to attain victory over such a fierce opponent? I speak of your next goal. I wish to be of as much use to you as I can, seeing as we're partners in destiny. Strength alone will be insufficient. We must be clever as well. I've never had the opportunity to visit the kingdom before. What a novel experience. It's not as though we're honored guests, however, so I can't spend my time doing crust research. You haven't changed one bit. Have you got any results? A ridiculous question. I don't do research to get results. All this talking has worn me out. Good night.
Good to see you.
Far south of here is Galatea territory. It lies on the western side of the Valley of Torment. House Galatea used to be part of House Daphne, but they split off and joined the kingdom. So some would say it's well within the Federation's right to take that territory back. Yeah, they split off their own accord. Can't force them. Unless we do force them, which guess we can.
Do you have a minute?
Apparently Band of Thieves used to terrorize this area. There was none other than one of Margrave Gautier's sons. But he ran away from his home because he was born without a crest. Is that talking about one of the early missions in Three Houses? Because I can't remember which house is which. Yeah, I think it is actually. So wait, you're out of the cabin? So this is the kingdom. Or wait, maybe it's not? I spent all my time inside, so I can't tell the difference. Actually, how do you? Do we like pick up our camp and move it? Because otherwise you'd have to get out at some point. We're definitely in a different place. You seriously can't tell? Well, now that you mention it, I guess it is super cold. Well, the place does look about the same to me.
Have you need of me?
I can deliver a message from the Western Front. The kingdom is on high alert in every territory. You cannot underestimate them. I'll be praying for your success. How did you get here? We're in the middle of kingdom territory. I'm impressed. Oh, wait a minute. Hey,
Doing all right.
I'm Nadare's retainer, which is why I've been dragged all the way out here. Well, at least we speak the same language, even if it's only who's in the very westernmost part of Elmira. I figured we'll be able to understand each other, but I never expected the language to be exactly the same. No accents, even. I hear Nadare learn this language in a whole another way. Huh. Interesting.
Got a sec?
Hey Shades, let me introduce you. This is Gerald, my captain.
Whoa.
We've seen each other plenty on the battlefield. No need for introductions. I know, but that doesn't count. Besides, I want everyone to know you're my captain.
Unbelievable.
You should have done this on the journey over instead of sleeping the whole time. You were just a kid and I want to taught you the basics of being a mercenary. I was determining you back then to kill time. I don't remember taking you on as my apprentice.
Oh.
How can you say something so harsh after changing my life? Are you trying to make me cry? Because I'm on the verge of tears here. Come on, don't get all worked up. Okay, you're my first and greatest apprentice. Happy now? Well, we know at least one of those is wrong. We literally just talked to her about that.
Greetings, friend. Greetings, friend.
Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report. This encampment is like our home during this expedition. I'll be sure to keep it safe so that you can fight without any worries. Nice.
Did you know?
I left my home before we left, but I hardly said a word to my adoptive father. He was too busy preparing the ships and securing supplies for us.
Let's see.
You haven't seen him in a while, right? Sorry you didn't get the chance. Oh no, it's fine. I didn't really want to talk with him anyway. For some reason, I did feel a little sad leaving without barely speaking to him. It's very odd. Perhaps the distance has made me think more fondly upon him? How was that just an... Oh yeah, because I have the bow that's going on.
It's you.
Cloud asks you to watch out for when this Serang army makes their move. It's honestly hard to get a good read on them, but they know the king I'm in a bind, so it's likely they'll march south to attack. Margrave Gautier set up a powerful defense in the north. I doubt they'd make it to the capital. I don't know what Serang actually is.
Let's see.
Our clans from Serang so intent on invading the kingdom.
Right.
Pillaging, plain and simple. Most of the Serang region is covered in ice and terrible for farming. They can't really trade when the ports. They can't really trade when their ports freeze over. So they have no choice but to steal from places that aren't frozen solid. Gaudio have to deal with any attacks from Serang, making it easier for us to invade. Interesting. I guess it's possible the fight could turn to just a three-way brawl. Well, theoretically.
What's going on?
Well, no, just hold your horses. We're not the bad sort of thieves. In fact, we're scarcely even pickpockets. Putting in an honest day's work, truly. Your ship was never attacked by pirates on the way here, right? That's all because of us. We're practically mercenaries. Just a random pirate just hanging out on my base. Okay, then.
Let's think about
It's so exciting we gotta travel by ship to one of the kingdom's ports. I only wish this were an educational excursion. Oh, my apologies. That just sort of slipped out.
I see.
We are already in enemy territory. Must be vigilant as we proceed. Oh, good night, Blink. Okay. Oh. I was missing something right here.
How can I help you?
We're on the eastern edge of Faldaria's territory, right? So if we head west, we'll reach the capital. And then straight east of here is an island. Do you know something the way over? It's humongous. Rumor has it that some pirates buried treasure there long ago. Yeah, so that's what we want to take that island.
Please be listening. I must be telling you.
Our iron ships are being very difficult from bridge. Our iron ships are being very different from Bridget's ships. I'm surprised. Eastern ships are not coming to Bridget, maybe because it is hard to cross the ocean. It's probably not profitable enough for them to go there. Bridget's pretty far from Elmira.
Yes.
That is true. Ships are fast, but it would be taking much time to go around Fodland. Yeah. If that's even possible, it might just be... Two areas might just be landlocked from each other. Is that how you use that word? I pretend I use it correctly.
I've been waiting.
Oh, hey Commander. Sorry, I've got the sniffles. Me and the cold just don't get along. Let me get better, dude. Means that can be a cane, even if it's a light cold.
Impressive.
It was quite shocking to learn that Elmira possesses such formidable ships. I thought our technology was much more advanced than theirs, but that does not appear to be the case at all. Yeah, some people talk about Elmirans like they're bloodthirsty monsters, but that's clearly wrong.
Oh.
Indeed, I must admit that I was misguided. I must admit that was misguided prejudice on our part. Perhaps we ought to pay more attention to what is happening outside of Fodland.
I see.
I'm certain there is much we could learn from them. It's strange to be chatting with a former enemy. I'm curious to see what the Alliance will order us to do. Oh right, they're not an Alliance anymore. What are you calling yourself now? The Federation? What were y'all fed up with being called an Alliance? Oh, dang. What, were y'all fed up with being called an Alliance?
How may I help you?
I heard that the current Duke Haldarius is quite an accomplished swordsman for his age. And the previous Duke is still hale as well. He was a famous commander in his day. We'll be in serious trouble if we have to face both of them on the battlefield. Which means we likely will, because foreshadowing. And the deer guy's a hoot. I like him. I was thinking he had to be some kind of oddball to do that whole brotherhood thing with Holst. And I was right. That guy has someone else. Acts like he's half his age, too. And that's all you gotta say? Okay. My grandpa used to be a merchant. He had all sorts of adventures while traveling around. Once he tried going all the way into the northern reaches of the kingdom. Why would he do that? That's what I asked, but he just got mad and started yelling about how you don't need a reason to go on an adventure. Anyway, he eventually head so far north that it got too cold for him. Just when he decided to turn back, he met up with some folks from Shrang. Because they couldn't understand each other, so they got into a fight. My grandma managed to steal one of their furs and make a break for it. Wait, is it my grandpa's fault that Vargas and Shrang don't get along? And no. Oh, hey, Violet.
Hey.
You look puzzled. Is something wrong?
No.
I just feel strange. Everyone's been much more welcoming than I thought they'd be. No one's all that terrified of me. Don't have any interactions to do with Violet. Yeah, I can't believe that I let you drag me into the kingdom. Do you not like the kingdom or something? It's not really the kingdom itself, more like my bad memories here. Don't worry about it though, I'm still gonna fight. I don't know much about this justice junk, but at least everyone in this army treats me nicely. We landed a while ago, but I still feel dizzy. People say large ships don't rock as much, so you won't get seasick, but that's obviously untrue. Yeah, I was swaying a lot. I probably would have gone seasick too if I'd been on it any longer. I'm glad I'm not the only one, but now I'm dreading the voyage back home. And I'm sure it'll be fine. I guess it's too late to turn back now. At least we won't have to worry about any invasions from Elmira while we're gone. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we haven't officially negotiated a ceasefire with them, but that should be fine as long as Nadir is with us. Actually, couldn't we ask Nadir to broker an official ceasefire? I mean, it sounds like he can get the king to sign anything when he's half asleep. Is that fair? Hey, Claude. The kingdoms never even dreamed we'd come by sea. And even when they do catch on, they won't have any forces to spare to drive us off. They've already got their hands full with the Empire to the west and Srang to the north.
Let's see.
Now we know what's going on with Srang. Srang is a region of warlike people who live on a peninsula north of Vargas. Hasgadia has defeated the kingdom from their invasions over the years, just like Hasgonral has protected us from Elmira.
Long story short.
They haven't tried anything recently, but I'm sure they'll attack once they hear the kingdom is in disarray. Or at least I'm hoping they do. Either way, we'll have to put everything we have into this fight. There we are.
Right.
All this Constance happy. All the usual suspects are here. Until 2 years ago, I lived with them underground as part of the Ashen Wolves house. The Ashen Wolves? I remember that house from the Officers Academy. It was called a house, but really it was a home for young ones who had no place left to go in the world. It was a comfortable place for people with special circumstances like us. This is, I guess, a nice place, if you don't get its bad side. Which, I guess, true for a lot of places, really. Usually the Margrave only makes monetary contributions, but at this time he helped more directly. I'm uncomfortable with how indebted we are to this Nadir person.
Well, that's obnoxious.
They call him the undefeated, but he doesn't seem all that scary. More like Nadir the absurd, if you ask me. Can be a bit silly, but it might be like I forget who the person from Bram Stoker's Dracula is, but from which the main vampire hunter actually he does have a very goofy personality, whilst flipping like a dime I'm the once things get serious. Could be something like that with him.
So anyway,
Margrave Edmund truly made this expedition happen. We never would have been able to receive those large ships without his fine harbor. I imagine he was able to build it because of his constant business dealings. What kind of guy is Margrave Edmund?
I suppose so.
First met him when I acted my father's proxy to the Round Table. He didn't leave me with a great first impression. He insisted on whatever would benefit him personally and tried to halt anything that inconvenienced him.
I see.
I was great at his business acumen and his oratory skills in one word: shrewd. He is without a doubt one of the greatest heroes of our time. He eclipses me in everything but martial prowess. Interesting description coming from him. Hey, Commander, how'd you like the voyage? All my iron ships are second to none, wouldn't you say? It was my first time on one too. Anyway, it's practically unheard for an Elmira to set foot on Fargus. I may as well take advantage of being here and really cut loose. Have fun? I had no idea what would happen when the Federation captured me, but it's truly a great relief to hear they've allied with the Empire. I imagine you don't want to fight the Empire because that's where you're from. Because that's where you're from, right?
Indeed.
Obviously, I cooperated with Knights of Ceres because they had me to live under Garrick Mach. However, I'm still an Imperial noble at heart, even if I've lost my home and my territory. Though I suppose I would still for being a Federation noble too. Okay. And it's everyone I can talk to. So, just got one sport to look at. And it's the A rank, Marianne. That's the 4th A rank now, I think.
Oh, hello. Are you on your way to get something to eat?
It's not Otto again.
Yeah, you?
I am. Shall we go together then?
Sure thing. I wonder what they've cooked up for us today. That was satisfying. Pretty nice getting such tasty meals all the time, huh?
I agree. The meal was lovely.
You didn't finish your meat again. It's kind of a waste, you know.
I ate a lot of the vegetables, so you can have it.
Hey, if you're offering... Wait a minute. Haven't we had this conversation before?
I think we have.
Did something happen to you, Marianne? You seem more relaxed today. In a good way, of course.
Oh no, nothing in particular. But I made a decision. I'm not going to worry about whether I bring misfortune to others or not. I've been a part of this army for a while now, and I've worked closely with everyone in it. And nothing terrible has happened to anyone as a result of being around me.
Well, of course nothing bad's happened.
I'm still a bit anxious about everything, but I decided to adopt a more easygoing attitude. I'd like to emulate you and your nonchalant demeanor, how you can just move through the world without a care.
You're making me sound kind of irresponsible. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I say if you want to talk to people, then talk to them. If you want to be alone, then do that. I really think it's best to just be yourself. Don't force anything.
Yes, I think so too. But I fear my adoptive father might chastise me again if I say that to him.
Please, sound out there.
I'm not so sure about that. I think he'd acknowledge how far you've come if he saw you now.
You really think so?
You might not have noticed, but you're a lot different than you used to be. You're definitely somewhat sociable. More so, even.
I just hope that's good enough for him.
I'd like to think it will be. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really know what kind of guy your father is.
Sometimes I think you say whatever pops into your head without thinking. I suppose that's what I like about you, isn't it? I can already tell I'm going to learn a lot from you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay. With that, it's about time to end things off. So, thank you all for watching. It's been great. I've had a great time. I hope all of you have too. Check out the YouTube if you want to see what. Go on to YouTube if you want to see what has happened before. Or this and make sure you do all the normal stuff people tell you to do. Anyways, I hope to see you. I'll see you all next week. For more of this. Sayonara.